Hi, Cancer. I wanted to jump in here and do your mid-month reading for February 2020. I have already pre-shuffled your cards because I wanted to take a moment to talk to you guys about the retrograde and give you guys a little bit of a suggestion. During the Mercury retrograde, communication is going to be a little bit challenging. Um, whether that's email or text or even in person, you're going to find that it can be a little bit of a challenge. So be mindful of that. Be kind to yourself. Be patient before you send out any kind of email or text messages. Just proofread it. Make sure that you're sending out what you mean to say. And then just reread it a few times, just because sometimes we think we're reading right and then it's something else. Another thing that I want to mention, if you have anything, any like medical procedure or even a cosmetic procedure, if you can push that out until the end of March, after the 29th, or even the beginning of April, I would say do that, because having procedures at this time can be a little challenging, and sometimes they can, go, not the best. So not to scare you, but if you can put it off, and if it's not an emergency, then definitely try to do it, after the retrograde. Another thing that I wanted to mention is you can do certain little things to help with the heaviness of this energy, by doing some Palo Santo, burning some Palo Santo. You can get those on Amazon. Sage, you can burn rosemary with lavender. You can, kind of like minimize some of the heavy energies. You can do salt baths, which I love. I would say during the retrograde, I would say do one a week. And what you do is just fill your bathtub with water, put some salt in there, and sit in the bath with the salt. I like to add a little bit of lavender to my salt baths. Lavender, tea tree oil, just a combination of your favorite oils, but definitely lavender and tea tree, to help minimize and neutralize the energy that's around you and your chakras. So I like to sit in it for like about 20 minutes and just dunking your head a couple of times so that you're submerged and you get your crown chakra, and then just kind of like basically give you a little bit of a clean slate from the week's energies. Okay. So those are kind of like little self-care things that you can do to help minimize the chaos, really, like that it feels like when you are in a Mercury retrograde. Okay. So with that being said, let's get started on your reading. Like I mentioned, I had pre-shuffled just to save on time. So I'm just going to shuffle a little bit here on camera with you, and then we'll get going. Look at that. King of Cups and the Tower in the reverse. So that's what jumped out. The Devil was at the bottom of the deck, and the Devil is your counterpart. Capricorn represented as the Devil in the tarot. And they're your counterpart. So it could just be somebody that's around you that's a Capricorn, that's, I don't like to go straight to jumping into like the negative aspect of Capricorn, because I am a Capricorn, and whenever be like, the Devil card comes out, people are automatically assume that it's negative, and it probably isn't. It's probably you have a Capricorn around you that's helping you. Okay, especially if it's in the upright. So don't bite into that. Oh, the Devil card must be bad. Not necessarily. So let's get started. I'm just gonna pull your cards, and then we'll see where the story takes us. Okay. Okay, so Five of Swords now at the bottom of the deck. That's air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. To begin, you have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So you could be dealing with someone from these signs, or this could just be the energy that you're taking on right now, where you're kind of looking for something else. You're looking for your new venture, whether it's a new job or a new opportunity in love. This is something that you're looking for. What else is out there, for something better, because at the moment you're not really happy where you're at. You're ready to go. Like, look at her. She's got her skateboard and she's looking for her next wave. So this could be the energy that you're in, especially in the retrograde, because a lot of things come up during the retrograde. You could be in a relationship, and all of a sudden you hear from someone that you haven't heard from in years, saying that they want to get back together with you or something like that. Something crazy, right? That could be something that happens around this time too. So that Three of Wands energy could just be you kind of contemplating. So something to be mindful about. Okay. You have the Queen of Wands in the reverse, also fire energy. So you definitely could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. But the Queen of Wands in the reverse is someone that's just not very helpful, very selfish. They're very focused on self. They're not really like focusing on the give and take that it would take to have a relationship with someone. When they're in the reverse, the Queen of Wands can be kind of like a negative person, you know. I hate to say negative Nancy because I don't want to put negativity attached to any name, but it's the same, negative Nancy. You know, they could be a negative Nancy. They could be in this mentality of me, and not really like us. So if you're dealing with someone that's a fire sign, you could be dealing with a little bit of this instability from this person. I'm going to clarify these. This is just the surface, and then we'll go a little bit deeper in the story, okay? But you're worried about something. You have the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And this could mean you are just in an anxious state. You could be staying up at night, worrying too much. The Nine of Swords, it's a little bit of a tricky energy because there's not seemingly anything wrong, but the feeling that you have, it feels like everything is wrong, right? You might wake up in the middle of the night in a panic, and you're just like, you don't know where it's coming from, you know? And this is why I tell you the salt baths are amazing to kind of help get rid of this energy, because I know what it's like to wake up in the middle of the night, it's panicked, like, did I clock out at work, or you know, something like that. You're just panicked, you know, and you have no reason to feel like this, but it's a very real emotion. The panic and the anxiety is just a warning. So you're probably worrying, and as a Cancer, you probably are worrying about every little thing in your life, you know. But because you have the Four of Swords here, it can mean some health issues, okay? So something to be aware of. I always say, whenever I see swords in my readings, I do caution people to go to the doctor, get a checkup, because there could be something wrong. Not necessarily. This could just mean you need a timeout. You're overly stressed. You're dealing with someone that's difficult. You want something else, and so you need a timeout, right? So that's what the Four of Swords energy is. You just needing to take some time to like regenerate yourself. Like, look at her. She's like in this little bird's nest, and she's just like trying to regain her strength. So this could be you, because you're definitely dealing with a lot of heavy energy. The Seven of Swords is someone that's very sneaky, you know. And I like that this card in this particular deck, this is the Light Seers Tarot deck. In this one, you know, the Seven of Swords is someone who does some things in the shadows. And see him in the shadows right here? Well, all the crows are watching him do something sneaky, right? The sun is shining so bright on them that they're being shown as the one that's in the shadows, right? And here in the front, this crow is letting you know, hey, something's not right with this person. Like there's a call for you to become aware of something that's not right, that's happening around you. Okay, this could be in with this person that's an air, a fire sign, because it's the Queen of Wands in reverse. It's right under it. So maybe you're in a relationship with a fire sign and they're not really like behaving in the most honest way. Maybe they are, you know, messaging somebody, you know, and maybe they're like sneaking around with somebody else. I'm not trying to scare anybody, but these are just messages that could come out with the Seven of Swords. If it's not necessarily having to do with another person, it could just mean that, you know, there's some things that are not being brought to light at the moment. So because you're in this overwhelmed state, this could be something that you're creating because you're worrying about things that you don't know about, or you're acting a little bit sneaky because you're not really sure what's happening. So sometimes we do that, you know. It could be so many different scenarios, but the Seven of Swords does speak about some kind of dishonesty. So if someone's around you that's lying, if someone's around you that's trying to get away with something sneaky, just be aware of it, you know, and call people out on their stuff, because swords also talk about being upfront and honest. And you getting this Seven of Swords, it's basically like telling you, open your eyes. You have to open your eyes to something, okay? This has you in the Fool in the reverse. So the Fool in the reverse is someone that's just not taking a risk in the right direction. The Fool in reverse is like the opposite of the Fool. The Fool energy is that they're leaping towards something because they want to try something new. Well, the Fool in the reverse is like, you're closed off. You're not going to try something new. Or you could be trying to do something that's actually very foolish. like literally, like very foolish. Okay, so again, something to be aware of. This is involving a third party situation. If it's somebody, you know, you're thinking of starting something new with someone else, don't, because it's gonna bite you in the butt. Because after that you have the Magician in the reverse, and this is someone that's, you're just not manifesting things. You could be in a place right now where you're kind of a little bit cynical, which is easy for someone to be in when you are in dealing with, you know, heavy sword energy. And right now there's a lot of heavy, like you have the Five of Swords and the Five of Pentacles at the bottom here. You're dealing with the heaviness, and it could be Mercury retrograde. We're going to find out when we clarify, but you're definitely in a place where like you have to be really careful what your thoughts are, what thoughts you're allowing to be in your head right now, because you're tired, because you're overwhelmed, because you're not sleeping right. You're probably you know that something is not right. You are worrying so much that you start to manifest things you don't want. The Magician in reverse, it's like, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it, but in the negative way. So don't think about anything that's negative, all the things that could go wrong, because that's what you're going to be attracting to yourself, okay? You have the Hierophant in the reverse. So this could be a marriage. You could be definitely married to a fire sign that's not acting in the right way. This is that could be one scenario for somebody, okay? Not necessarily for everyone, but if it doesn't resonate with you, it's not your story, okay? But if it is someone that you're dealing with that's a fire sign, acting a little bit sneaky, this marriage could, or this relationship, or this friendship, or whatever, even, it doesn't have to be love related. It could be on its way out, because the Hierophant in reverse, like your guardian angels are like, nope, we have to be done with that. That's done. And this probably is the reason why you're having this Nine of Swords energy, where it's super heavy and you guys are constantly fighting and arguing, and you just don't want to argue no more. You're just so fed up with it. And it's got you in discarded Nine of Wands energy. So the Nine of Wands, again, fire. But it could be the energy that you're taking on, because now you're guarded. Now you're like, I don't want to deal with you. So you put up a very, like, you know, a wall, basically, of emotions, of feelings, of any kind of passion, or any kind of not wanting to work towards something, okay? So let's clarify, why is the Three of Wands here for Cancer? Nine of Wands. So Nine of Wands, that's confirmation. You're definitely guarded. Okay, and then you have now the Magician in the upright. So while it's good to be guarded, because you have a Seven of Swords here in the center of the reading, you do want to start trying to put your energy into manifesting something that you do want, okay? If you're not happy in a situation, and this is the energy that you're in with the Three of Wands, then the Magician in the upright, while you're being guarded, is being aware that your thoughts have to be very, very intentional at this time. You have to say, okay, what I want is what I'm going to put my focus my energy on. Okay, that's what you're going to put towards, your thoughts and your actions are going to be put towards what you want to manifest. Okay, clarify the Queen of Wands in reverse, please. Thank you. Two of Swords. So you're going to have to make a decision here. And it looks like you're deciding between two scenarios. So the Two of Swords, you're kind of not sure where you want to go, because you're in this place where you're like, okay, this person's putting me in a place where I have to decide whether I really want to even continue with them. Clarify the Queen of Wands in reverse a little bit more, please. I just wanted one more. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. That's Capricorn energy. So you could be deciding between a Capricorn and a fire sign. You're kind of in a way not sure where to go. They're both in the reverse, so you're definitely you have to make a decision between either two scenarios, a Capricorn and a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or you're having to decide whether you want to, you know, take one job or another, or I don't know, it could have to do with you moving, because the Wheel of Fortune also talks about moving. So you could be deciding between two apartments. You could be deciding between two houses, or maybe you are buying a new house and you're deciding which one you're going to take. So different scenarios for different people. Take it where it fits, okay? Clarify the Nine of Swords, please. Clarify the Nine of Swords for Cancer. Thank you. Knight of Pentacles. So you have the Knight of Pentacles. You're definitely worrying probably about a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. So the Knight of Pentacles is basically someone that's very, they want to come in here and offer you love, but they're slow. They're very slow. If you're dealing with two people it's a fire sign and an earth sign, this earth sign person is trying to build their situation before they actually come to you, okay? So you could be worrying about that, like what's happening with this person? How come this person's not moving forward? Well, it's because the Knight of Pentacles, he wants to make sure that everything is, or she wants to make sure everything is good, that their money is right, that their house is right, that everything is right. They could be trying to lose the last 10 pounds, of excess weight before they come see you. They're that crazy. I'm just kidding. I'm a Capricorn, so I'm not saying that to be insulting to anybody. But we want to make sure everything is good, right? So if you're dealing with a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo, they could just be wanting to get things perfect for you. Okay, so you have the Nine of Swords there. So the Nine of Swords, again, listen. This is your energy when you open the reading. Nine of Swords. And it's saying you're worried about it. This person's like, I'm trying to get myself together to come to you. And then you get the Nine of Swords again, but in the reverse. So it's telling you maybe don't worry about this person. If you are dealing with a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo, it's telling you don't worry. They're coming. They're just taking a little bit longer, okay? Clarify the Four of Swords. Thank you. Okay, so you have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. So you could definitely be dealing with a fire sign, and that you're definitely been through it with this person because you are needing to take a break from them, and you're just not really wanting to accept this new beginning with this person. So you might be choosing the earth sign over this fire sign from what it looks like. We clarify the Four of Swords a little bit more for Cancer, please. Clarify the Four of Swords, please. Cancer. Okay, thank you. You have the Hermit, but it's in the reverse. The Hermit in reverse. It's like you already got the epiphany. You already got that answer. You know in your heart what it is that you want to do and what you don't want to do. And I don't think it's with this fire sign. I think you're kind of deciding, okay, I'm taking a break to make sure I make the right decision. But I think you already know what you want. Maybe you're dealing with a Virgo. Clarify the Seven of Swords for Cancer, please. Seven of Swords for Cancer. Please clarify the Seven of Swords. Oop, okay, those two fell. Oh, I like it. Okay. Queen of Pentacles and Justice. So you definitely are dealing with a earth sign. Okay, and this could be Libra. Justice could be Libra, or this could be Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. Queen of Pentacles. So like I said, they're trying to get themselves ready to come to you. And they're coming as a queen or a king. It could be a male. But they are coming after they've gotten themselves together. And it's going to be really, really just for you. This is going to be justice given to you after so much deception and so much turmoil. Because obviously you're going through something that's putting you in a place where you need to take a break. But Queen of Pentacles and Justice, that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy to have after that Seven of Swords. So whatever it was, this like shadiness, this Queen of Pentacles, whether it's a man or female, they're coming in to bring justice to you. They're going to give you what you didn't have before if it was with a fire sign. This person's coming to love you. They might be coming in to marry you. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is a wish fulfillment. This person's coming in for a long-term commitment. Long-term and legit, like solid commitment, okay? Nine of Pentacles can also talk about independence. So this might be you just deciding, you know what, no, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just stay single. That could be a scenario. You just don't deal with anybody. And you decide that I'm going to be single for a little while. But Nine of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles and Justice, it looks like somebody was trying to be sneaky, or something happened that was sideways, not all the way, you know, on the up and up. And Justice came in here and brought somebody that's stable and not, you know, irrational and in and out like this other fire sign might have been, and brought you that solid, stable energy and very abundant with the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so clarify the Fool in reverse, please. Six of Swords. So you're definitely walking away. You might be walking away from something that was, like, you know, an ex, and moving to something new. Who is Cancer? Who is Cancer walking away from? There is the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So you're walking away from, it could be a job. This could be job related. But Three of Pentacles in reverse, just basically walking away from a, oh, okay. I just got that it could be someone that you were with, that you worked with. Like, or if you have a business with your spouse, it could be you walking away from that and walking away from the business and just having anything to do with this person. Clarify the Fool in the reverse for Cancer, please. Clarify a little bit more. Thank you. The Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So yeah, there was no give and take here. So you're just walking away from something that wasn't an even give and take. And you decided that it's not worth having this collaboration. You're just not really, the way that this is, look, this is not a good collaboration. So you walked away from it, you know, because it wasn't an equal give and take. Either you gave more or the other person gave more. It just wasn't something you wanted, so you didn't invest in it. I mean, you have to put it in both scenarios. You can't just always blame the other person. But the way that I'm seeing it is, it could have been something job related, where this job wasn't for you. You decided to leave and you decided, I'm not going to collaborate with this person anymore. Or if you were with someone that you worked and you have a business with, it could be just ending this relationship and ending any collaboration, even work collaboration with this person. Clarify the Magician in the reverse for Cancer, please. Thank you. Two of Wands in the reverse. Give me one more, please, for the Magician in the reverse. No? Give me one more. Okay, thank you. Nine of Wands. Yeah, so you're definitely not picking this fire sign. This person was just in and out of your life. They were not stable. You just don't want to manifest anything. Like, you're just not. This is so closed off. It's like, nope, nope. I'm not even going to look at it. I'm not going to look in your direction. I don't want any of your sweet talk. I'm not really even trying to put any kind of energy into you anymore. Clarify the Hierophant, please. Whoa, where'd you go? Emperor. One more, please, for the Hierophant. Oh, thank you. I got two. So you got the Hierophant in the reverse again, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Emperor. So the Hierophant in the reverse, always to me, it screams out the end of some marriage or a commitment, a long-term commitment. But then you have new love coming in with the Knight of Pentacles, and this person is going to be a boss person. This person is going to like come in and take care of you, and not that anybody needs taken care of, right? It should always be mutual, but this person is going to offer you a lot of support, because the Emperor is going to come in to make sure things are running smoothly, that the money's being taken care of. This is a person that's going to be a boss or an owner of their own business. This is someone that's going to come in to set things right, okay? And with the Knight of Pentacles, yeah, they took a long time to get to you, but they're bringing this. They're bringing this Emperor energy to you. So that's really nice. Clarify the Nine of Wands, please, for Cancer. Nine of Wands. Just clarify the Nine of Wands for Cancer. Whoa. Yikes. Use your intuition. You know what's going to be the good situation for you. You know who is the right person for you. Clarify the Nine of Wands, please. Further clarification. That's, ooh, Ten of Swords. You know, this situation cost you a lot of heartache and a lot of betrayal. And you know for a fact that you don't want to put any more energy into this person. It looks like it's a fire sign. Okay? Okay, look at that. Queen of Wands. Okay, so it definitely, oh, I said fire sign, and the Queen of Wands jumped. But I didn't call anything, so I'm going to put it back. If it's meant to come back out, it'll come back out. So you guys had the Queen of Wands up there. So maybe that's the same person. And I have a feeling this is the same person you were dealing with. I just want to shuffle these a little bit more because they got a little jumbly. Okay, I'm going to clarify the Nine of Wands, please, for Cancer. Clarify the Nine of Wands, please. Okay, you're like, I already clarified. Okay. Yeah, definitely if it was an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius that you were dealing with, you are guarded with this person because a person cost you a lot of betrayal, and you decided that, you know, this is probably not the right thing for you, but you're going to be happy because with the Sun card, even though if this was a fire sign you were dealing with, even if it was a Leo, it's in the upright. So you're going to get happy. You're going to get happiness. Anything else? Thank you. It's going to bring you happiness. And look at that. Four of Cups. You're definitely not taking anybody's BS. You're not accepting anything that is not going to bring you the happiness that you're looking for. The Four of Cups is basically you're just seeing through everyone's BS. And with the 10 being an ending to something, you might just be like, no, I don't want to accept anything else with you anymore, and I'm choosing happiness. Because you've been using your intuition. You know that something hasn't been right for a little bit. Can I get an outcome, please? Okay, and then the outcome here is a Nine of Swords, so there's no communication with this person. You're not going to communicate with them, and then you have the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So you're not going to accept a new love offer. Maybe, you know, people are going to come to you and you're just going to decide that you're going to stay single because you want to focus on you and your money. Okay? Definitely something to consider. There's the Page of Swords in the reverse again. There's a lot of cards here saying that, you know, just focus on you right now. Focus on your energy and focus on your money. And get yourself, you know, the Four of Swords energy always says, you know, you have to take care of you. You have to take care of you and kind of go into this inner space where you're, you know, putting yourself number one, and everyone else can just step off until they get their stuff together, right? Because you don't have to be fixing anybody, and you don't have to be accepting anything other than the best from anyone, because Cancers want to give the best, and they will give the best. They're not going to settle for someone that's not giving them the best. So, and as you shouldn't accept someone that's not at their best, right? They should want to be at their best for you, but for themselves too, so they have a healthy relationship. But anyway, I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you guys because I'm going off on my little tangents over there. So I'm going to pull the Romance Angels. These are from Doreen Virtue, and yeah, just for the heck of it, let's pull some Kipper cards for you guys. Kipper, and then an Angel Answers, because I don't know why it keeps yelling at me to put some angel answers out there for you. So the way that the angel answers, the way that I pull them, I'm going to let you guys think of a question, and I'll do that while I'm pulling the Romance Angels. And you guys think of something that you want to ask. I'll pull 3 cards, and then you pick 1, 2, or 3. And whichever card it is, that's your message. Okay, so one more. Okay, so give your relationship a chance popped out. But if it's meant to come out, it'll come out. Just wanted to mention it to you. Whoa. Make the effort to free yourself. Release your ex and honeymoon. Let's see. And give your relationship a chance did come out. Chemistry, engagement, religious factors. Oh my goodness. Deception and also codependency. So make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. Free yourself. It's time to take your control back of your life. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Honeymoon is enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Give your relationship a chance. I'm thinking this is for the people that we're dealing with, either like the fire sign and earth sign. Maybe it's time to release that ex, that fire sign or whatever, and get, some time to invest in your new relationship, because it's telling you to give your relationship a chance and that you have chemistry. It says there's a strong magnetic attraction here. So this could be someone, and you're going to know who it is. If this is your message, you're going to know who it is. You have a very strong magnetic attraction to. Like, this person is someone that, like, you almost can't stay away from, okay? But your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So all of this is going to move into a place where, this person might offer you engagement, and you have the Knight of Pentacles, which sometimes is bringing a proposal, But there are religious factors. So this person could be a different ethnicity. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Or another scenario is that you could be very religious and you're married and you don't believe in divorce. Okay? But sometimes you have to recognize that if it's a codependency that you're dealing with, even if it's a marriage, it's not healthy to stay in something like that, okay? Addictions are affecting your romantic life. If it's not an actual addiction, codependency could just be an addiction to a person. This person has become dependent on you, or you have become dependent on this person. That in itself is an addiction. That in itself is very toxic and not very healthy. So while religious factors are really important to a lot of people, I'm not taking away from that at all in any way, shape, or form. But if your religion doesn't advocate for a divorce, maybe you need to start reconsidering your religious beliefs, because of it's better to be in something that's healthy than to stay in something that's not. That's just my opinion. Take it or leave it. But there's a lot of deception around you. So it says here someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So if you're dealing with someone that's really, really like fake, even if religious factors, and you want to do the right thing and stay with somebody because it's what you were brought up to believe, and you want to honor this commitment, if this person's not being, upright, if they're being abusive, if there's codependency, that's not healthy. And no religion should ever tell you to stay in something that's unhealthy. And even I think most religions would agree, if something is not healthy for you, you shouldn't stay in it, especially if there's abuse, which codependency is abuse, because a person becomes dependent on you where they don't let you go and let you grow. So that's something that definitely you should be okay with walking away from, okay? Go ahead and pull the Kippers. And I'm not trying to advise anybody to leave a relationship. If you are in a relationship that's challenging, but you're willing to both work at it, then for sure, work at it. Because, things can be fixed and people can go through changes in life and grow up. But if it's abusive, mentally, physically, or even verbally, that's not something that can get fixed unless the person's not willing to do that anymore. And there's times when, after the respect has been lost, it's really hard to get that back. And very seldom does a person get that respect back after that line's been crossed. So anyway, don't know who I had to tell that to or who needed to hear that, but you're worthy of being loved and respected in every way. Okay, so if it's not healthy for you, don't judge yourself for having to walk away. Journey. Expectation. Concern. So journey could just mean that you're just basically deciding to take another path, or you're actually going to go take a journey. You're actually going to go on a vacation or something. Expectation is obviously the same thing. You know, when you're expecting for things to go a certain way, and you are waiting for things to unfold. It's kind of like the Three of Wands that you had, where you're kind of like looking for your ships to come in. That's what you're expecting to happen. Sometimes in a marriage, you're expecting it to go in one way, and then you end up not. And then you have message of concern. So you have concern that can mean, you know, somebody has health issues. There could be some health problems. You did have the Four of Swords, and you had plenty of swords in there, enough for me to warrant telling you to maybe get your health, a health check. Or it could be your mother, because you got mature woman. Official person, that just scared me because my daughter's a Cancer. I'm like, oh no. Official person and wealthy man. Okay, so you could be dealing with a legal case, and you could be getting a settlement, or this could be that you are visiting like a graduation. Sometimes people go to like graduations of like army graduations, or police officer graduations, or maybe you're dealing with a police officer, and you're expecting certain things from them. And then you have a wealthy man here. So there could be someone that's going to come and bring you some money. Look, you have mature men, mom and dad. You have your mom and dad here. And you have marriage. So it could be, okay, it could be that you're expecting to go on this journey, but you're concerned about what your parents are going to say, because you got a marriage proposal from somebody, from a wealthy man. And they come and bring this, like, you know, invitation or something like that. But it's, look, you have sudden wealth at the bottom, and gift and unexpected income. So that's always nice. So I don't know, this is probably for one or two of you, or maybe if it's, I hope it's for all of you, that you guys have, you know, a wealthy man coming, and some, you know, a nice official person coming to bring you like your, you know, lottery winnings, or I don't know, and going on a vacation. So I don't know if that was relevant to anything that we were talking about before, if it's a message for someone completely separate and different. So take it how it resonates. If it doesn't, then it's not your message. So with the angel answers, we're going to go in 3 questions, or 1 question, 3 cards. Sorry. So I'm going to pull 3 cards, and you guys, after you've asked your question, I'll reveal the cards, and then you'll get an answer. And you'll know what it means to you. Okay? So, one more. Let's pull 3 cards. Card 1. Card 2. Card 3. Okay. So for card number 1, you got big happy changes. Big happy changes. For card number 2, if you pick 2, a year from now. Whew. Got some waiting to do there. That was your question. And card number 3, forgiveness. Somebody's needing you to forgive them, or you need somebody to forgive you. So big happy changes, a year from now, and forgiveness. And at the bottom of the deck was be assertive. So whatever it was, whatever your question is, I hope that gives you a little bit of clarity. And that was your reading for the month of mid-month February 2020. Okay, Cancer? I hope that you got some answers. I hope that it was clear. And if it's not, come back next month. Hopefully it's the next reading is your message and it can help you, okay? Take care, Cancer. I love you guys and sending you lots and lots and lots of good energy and positive vibes.